Yeah, I like it too.
What are you laughing at, Neff? What's so
10
funny?
seconds remain.
Just the Twitch chatter.
Oh, okay.
5 seconds
And
remain.
not being very nice to you.
To me, it's fine. No one's ever nice to me.
Well, you probably deserve it given the way that you treat our production guy, Jerry.
I mean, that guy is the worst, though.
That is true. Missing kills, failing to start things. No, he's the reason why we're behind the schedule all the time.
True. Yeah, it's actually really true.
No. Well, so with the next band, I do like the Rubik pick here quite a bit. I'm a little bit surprised that it didn't take Carl. I expect to see a position 5 picked up. Rubik probably on 4. They did again make Rubik a little bit weaker as a pause 4. I was talking about that in the last game. They ended up ruining his 10 and 15 talents as a support. The extra HP, the 200 that he had at level 10 before, felt really good. Or was it 150?
I don't remember the
Doesn't
exact
matter.
value. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was HP. He got HP before. And then there was the
5 seconds.
15 talent, the extra cast range. And they got rid of like almost every cast range talent in the game.
They did get rid of every cast range talent in the game.
The weak will falter.
There's still things that extend spells cast range, but not cast range
Yeah,
itself.
there's just no flat cast range bonus talents anymore.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut here, one of the best counters to the Mars, right? It's just very safe. It is something that struggles against the Storm Spirit, though. Storm Spirit, like getting a very early Orchid, can just take down a Juggernaut. He can also snipe the Healing Ward pretty easily. So it is one of those things where it's a good lane matchup, typically. I will say Mars, though, does fairly well. Like he doesn't actually struggle the first few waves anymore against this Juggernaut. And the Lifestealer pick is also quite good.
Yeah. I mean, you have kill potential on the Mars here. If you're able to get on top of him with that spin. The Lifestealer also would have been a decent pickup against the Mars, but I think Juggernaut, it plays a little bit faster. And that's what you want to do here. I don't think you want to give them a chance to get a bunch of items on the Storm Spirit. I think you want to close this out before he gets a BKB and start to pressure towers. So they need something else to be able to push towers here, I feel. They ban out the Slardar. That's your counter to the Lifesteal in the lane. They get rid of the Enchantress on the other side. What do you think they get out of last here? There's got to be some sort of tower. It's got to be a tower hitter, right?
Yeah, you need something that can pressure towers. Probably Timbersaw.
You also could use somebody to dangle. Timbersaw would be good.
It's got to be Timber. Yeah, it's like Timbersaw crushes the Lifestealer lane, and it makes it very difficult for them to stop the push. And they will ban Yaren's Keeper of the Light at the end of the day.
I mean, Bloody Iron could have played it as well.
Yeah,
you put the
you're right.
to the 4. But either way, so smart bans coming out from both these teams here. Doesn't leave Wind and Rain with a lot of options for how they want to round this draft out. Popular at the moment in the offlane with Centaur and Timbersaw and Pangolier, Slardar are all banned.
That's a good pick.
The Witch Doctor. It's all right. It's good against a lot of melee hero matchups. Like it makes it difficult for Nick Assassin to do much inside whatever lane that he's trying to exist in, and same goes for Juggernaut. Juggernaut has spin, so he's able to get out of getting coconutted and maledicted down.
10 seconds remaining.
I just like the Witch Doctor pick here because I know that whatever Wind and Rain was thinking of picking is not good against Witch Doctor. And so you have this scenario where you have to go for like an unorthodox offlaner here to try and pair up well. I mean, the question is, which of these heroes that are still in the pool are good enough? Because you don't want to be running a Nyx plus another melee lane into a Witch Doctor. That seems, especially Witch Doctor Lifestealer, it seems incredibly difficult. Maledict is also one of those spells that is not dispellable. So, if you get Maledict onto the
Admiral Kunkka
offlane puck, yeah, mid Kunkka. Like it's gonna be offlane puck. Yeah, I was like, you don't want to run the melee hero offlane, so they're just gonna move puck there, and that's actually pretty good because this hero does do well against the Witch Doctor.
Yep, he trades with him very well. Witch Doctor, low armor hero. Puck, a lot of right click. You're able to dodge out a potential malady because you see it coming off onto you. You get on top of Witch Doctor, silence him, blow him up. Kunkka is played as offlane sometimes, but not against this Witch Doctor here. So I like that they switched that one up at the end. Kunkka feels very strong at the moment. He got a 10 movement speed buff in the most recent patch.
Yeah,
which is just insane. He moves at 315 now, which is very crazy for like a melee strength hero. It feels very good. You like almost Legion Commander levels of speed.
Not to mention, they also just like generally buffed the core build because they gave X marks the spot more cast range at the earlier levels.
Or lower cooldown.
Or is that what it was? Lower cooldown. Yeah, I couldn't remember
Yep.
which one it was. Yeah, it was more lower cooldown, so you're not hindered as much by only having that 1 point in X early. And you can maybe go for a couple extra points in Torrent as a result. But yeah, it's I'm not hating the last pick Kunkka here. It's one of those things where your X Torrent and like X Boat and stuff like that isn't super strong against heroes like Lifestealer and the Storm Spirit. The only way to get the Storm is with like an X into the boat, but you can always just ball lightning to dodge it. So it's not the easiest combination.
Yeah. Yeah, it was also the issue we were playing against Lifestealer as the Kunkka, which does not feel good. These tanky strength heroes that don't like as much standing their ground and clicking back. Juggernaut is pretty good against the Lifestealer, but I am pretty worried about this Kunkka here. I'd say overall, I like things a little bit better for DogChamp their draft. I do prefer them going into this match as well, so I'm thinking they'll probably take game number 2.
I'm with you on that, brother.
Well, pause comes out at the start of the game. Gives us time to talk about our sponsor, XPG. Ricky?
Yeah, you know, XPG, pretty amazing. They make some great gaming products, accessories, even computers and notebooks. Y'all should definitely check them out. So big thank you to XPG for sponsoring this tournament. Just the NA DPC in general.
Shout out to them. Great things ahead of us. Thanks for the support they provide. I am thinking about XPG laptop every single day. Thinking about just laying in bed or sitting on my couch, not getting up. I've said it all before. Just vibing, not want to get on my computer, lay on the couch.
I'm a big fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
I would also agree that if I happen to have one of those XPG notebooks, I would be a lot happier that I could stream from, you know, my notebook to my TV and play Dota even on my couch.
I actually had a roommate who broke the screen of his laptop, and so projected his laptop screen onto his TV, and this is how we would play Dota.
Oh, that's an oof.
Living room. This went on for like a year too. It wasn't like a short-term thing.
Yeah, that is not a solution. That sounds awful.
Those were the days.
Those sound like not the days. Those sound like awful times.
Yeah, we all had laptops back then. We'd all be like in the living room. It'd be like what, 4 of us sometimes. Good time. Good kind of good times.
Okay, hold on. What is this Nyx assassin set? The Cthulhu headpiece?
Oh, this looks neat. It's the bottom feeder jaws.
Yeah. I mean, look at the back end of it. I was going to say the butt, but I don't even know what it is. It's just got these weird tentacles hanging out.
Yeah. I forget what that's called. I'm not familiar with bug anatomy.
The oh man, yeah, it's been a while since I was in elementary school now.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you've even less of an excuse for not knowing if you're a fully educated man, but that's both of us today.
You know, it's fine. Our brains are filled with
we dress up like
things.
smart people,
Yeah.
but actually that's
on the line. This is
Savo picking up the studs, picks up the bounty runes. How many is this going to be? 2 for 2.
At the end of the day, Neff, we look smart, and you know that's what's important here, especially in North America.
Yeah, amen to that, brother.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Neff and I both graduates of the NA School of Math.
Yeah, prestigious school.
Indeed, it is.
They don't let anyone in. They only let you in if you're North American. Well, we'll see what Ray Lisa does this game against the Kunkka bit. I'm curious if he just skips going the 1-1 build every game, regardless of who he's matched up against, because you do have a little bit more kill potential against the Kunkka here than you did the Dragon Knight. Your harass is actually going to stick on this guy. He's got a lot of HP regen because his strength growth rate's pretty high, but he doesn't have that Dragon's Blood to fall back on, right?
Correct. Yeah. I think you can play a lot more aggressive up on the Kunkka. You also just want to be able to punish him as he goes in for like the Tidebringer cleaves. So I think we'll probably see Vortex picked up around level 3.
No, despite
3,
being...
I imagine he grabs it at 4.
Yeah. And despite being a ranged hero, Storm Spirit actually deals with the Kunkka pretty well. He's got a lot of base armor, sitting on 6 right now.
Yep.
So that Tidebringer cleave just not doing as much as it would to a lot of other heroes. So Storm Spirit does feel pretty good. He's burning through mana fast here, but I believe he's already got his bottle being sent out to him. Yeah, that's right. He'll have that probably around the same time the water runes spawn. Maybe just a little bit after. He might be able to pop that bottle fully and refill it with the water runes. Or one of the 2 water runes. Kalga's gonna have to make a choice. Yeah, he did go 1/1/1.
Yeah.
Finally.
It makes more sense, right? Like that extra 60 mana ends up pretty much guaranteeing a second remnant, or I mean just even the overload attack. So I like this decision a lot. I think this is much stronger. And he's just gonna shove this wave, and I don't know if he might get double water rune here. No, HQ is gonna drag the wave bottom. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Kunkka forced to go grab that up, but you don't want to give up too much mana to the Storm Spirit. But like you said at the start of this game, mana into damage.
Yep.
You trade your blue for their red.
I like it.
Not just Dota.
That is just Dota.
Nice. I'm taking a look at some of these other lanes. You know, not nearly as effective as you thought you'd originally be on this Witch Doctor. In fact, I mean, you're pretty effective against the Nyx Assassin. You're stopping him from doing too much, but against the puck, you know, not a whole lot of kill potential. In the bottom lane, that one's going to be pretty passive. I mean, you're playing against a Juggernaut who you're not going to be able to run down and kill, and a Warlock who's going to keep him topped up. So things aren't too exciting yet. That probably won't really change until 6 minutes when we see a power rune come out and Kunkka, Storm Spirit potentially rotating. We have a bug. We're not talking about the Nyx Assassin kind.
And
you know, they are in the same lane.
Lord with a little bit of a DC there, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
He was having some issues last game as well.
Mm-hmm. It's possible just ping issues. He is, I believe, playing from SA.
Yes.
I would check status to see his ping. Now I can see it. He's returned to the game. What's his name in Dota at the moment?
The true heroes are the ones who wait all
Patience,
the way.
of course. Oh, I think he's actually in NA right now. Crazy. Yeah. Go figure. What do I know? All right, looks like both teams are ready to go.
That's what matters. Finally jumping back into
The quest for
the game here.
glory
A little bit of a pause from both teams.
Storm Spirit, despite putting that point into Electric Vortex, didn't have too much kill potential here onto the Kunkka. He stacked his own camp here earlier, so we're just going to go and clear that with 2 points in the static remnant, and then go grab that bounty rune here. Might as well make the rotation over there, clear up a camp as he goes. Kunkka, not pushing in this creep wave, trying to deny as much XP from the Storm Spirit as he can. Very nice.
Nice attempt to try and deny that CS, but oh, high ground miss, high ground miss. Classic.
What can you do?
Not miss.
Bottom lane.
Oh, Lukey hesitated for just a moment. Looks like they're still gonna get the kill onto Y here. First blood going to Yara, and Lukey in some trouble though. Doesn't have God's Rebuke mana to push this Juggernaut away, and that's gonna be a kill for Sate on this Juggernaut.
Yep. Yaren stands his ground, tries to click him back a little bit. He is Fade Bolt available, but he thinks better of it. He sees that Fairy Fire on the Juggernaut, and he thinks I might not be able to get that kill off onto him.
He gets a deny. That's fine. Yeah, losing that trade I don't think is worth it. If Lukey gets first blood, maybe, but going down on the Mars is really rough here.
Yeah.
Radiant have fortified their structures against
So when you go down to the Juggernaut mid lane, just playing with that X mark the spot. Ray Lisa commits though.
Why not? I mean, he does some serious work. Ooh. Up top lane.
He's,
Gonna get
out.
clicked by B9 on this witch. This lane has pretty much been a non-factor. They're just farming pretty well on the lifestealer, getting tons of denies off. He has 14 denies in this lane right now.
Yeah, they're about even for XP. Nick Assassin is trying to stay out of lane. Standing at level 2.5 here, 5 minutes in. I mean, he's not able to contribute too much. We talked about, how good this Witch Doctor is against melee heroes in lane. You're already a pretty weak laner as Nick Assassin to begin with, so he just doesn't get to exist here. Creep actually hasn't opted to go Orb of Venom like you see a lot of the time, though, so he's not able to run people down. A lot of
It's
other
so hard
carries,
to
not that
gap
much kill
close
potential here.
the puck,
That phase
right?
boots. Oh? Yeah. Against puck, you're not going to be able to run him down at all.
Bottom lane,
I mean-
why? More kill, ghost time, getting picked up by Lukey. No spear. Pops that stick. Lukey gonna get ran down by Saysate. He can time the spear just fine, and he will do exactly that. Ends up not catching him onto the tree, though. Lukey, at the end of the day, manages to survive, which is a nice win for him.
dire structures.
Yarn
forced to limp
happy,
back
too.
to
This
base.
man is... He's got as much XP as the Juggernaut, basically.
There
Yeah.
is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Yarn doing quite well for himself. I mean, he popped off last game on the Hoodwink. But that was just like outplay after outplay in those team fights. They're spending a lot of time outside the lane. The Storm Spirit and the Mars both had to walk back to base around the same time. So Kunkka now sitting about half a level ahead of the Storm Spirit.
They actually saw the ward
Dire's
get
middle
placed.
tower is under
Zab was
attack.
gonna drop the sentry and take that right away.
And yeah, the Observer and the Sentry. That's rough.
Indeed. I mean, he knew
Yeah.
he had ward in the mid lane. He just didn't know it was just center of the lane on his high ground, and he barely missed it with the sentry. That's the 100 range nerf, man.
Yarn's gonna rotate the mid lane. Wants to soak up some XP potentially. Dropped Observer up on the hill there. Make things slightly easier for the Storm Spirit. And 7 minutes rolls around, so he's gonna want to start clearing out these neutral camps too. Get himself a Fury Trinket and an Arcane Ring, like last game. We'll see if the record holds true. If he gets a Fairy Trinket every single game he plays Storm.
Ooh, B9's gonna grab a
Radiant's
courier.
courier
All right,
makes the
that feels
ultimate
pretty good.
sacrifice.
Actually whiffs the Maledict there. But again, it's a lot of space for Creep right now, who is level 6, just continuing to free farm. 800 gold in front of the Juggernaut, actually, and he's going to have a very early armlet. Oh, spear the rotation of the bottom lane. There's your 1 point in Vortex, paying off. They take down the Juggernaut. Great rotation from Ray Lalisa there. I mean, you don't expect the Storm Spirit to be mid anymore. You know he's going to be trying to like clear up stacks, but this rotation was massive.
Yeah. Well, the Kunkka wasn't in lane as well, so he's not even shoving the tower while he makes that rotation. Might get a kill on the Witch Doctor here, though.
I don't think he does. He's just going to out-heal him and walk away.
That raindrop is what kept him alive there.
Yeah.
Very good item.
If you are a
That tip
support
comes
and
out
you're
as
not
well.
buying Raindrop, you are not playing the hero correctly.
Yeah. You love to see it, the tips.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah. He does have that Arcane Ring. Fairy Trinket found on the other team. Arcane Ring isn't that bad on the Storm Spirit, especially when you're playing against Kunkka. There's a lot of right-click damage that you're going to be taking.
And Fairy Trinket dropped on to the puck there now. Dude, what a creep. Has 26 denies, Meth. Sword actually dropped the orb, so you can just get pressured out. And yeah, he denies the entire wave in front of the puck.
Storm Spirit continuing to farm up the jungle here. They go into Yaren, X him. Boat is available, but he stuns him up too much. But
Two-man
Impale
Impale.
is going to
Oh,
make sure
that's
that
so
one lands. Might just get Bloody 9 as well.
Yeah, not gonna survive that one. Double kill for Madara.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
And they waste no time rotating down here to the bottom lane. They try to
missed the
throw out that
coil.
Dream Coil, but it's off the mark on a Lukey.
Sword. Lukey's so happy about that one. He almost for sure dies there if that coil connects. Level 4 blade, or level 3 blade fury, but about to be level 4 blade fury, plus
But
all of
there's
that.
no TP out of that, and you've got Omni Slash as well. You're definitely dead there. Oh no.
Ooh, bounty.
I mean
Going
that.
for Battle Fury.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to take this one a little bit later.
Lane arena. Obviously, Jug's just gonna spin on out of that one. I'm not sure if he missed the spear or something, or he just got the arena off early, but Rubik actually coming in with a Blade Fury of his own. Oh my gosh, and then another spear onto the Nyx. Hold him in place. There's gonna be the Maledict drop. This should end up resulting in 2 kills. Impale off the mark. Zabo. I think there's any way you get out of this, right? Yeah. Oh, nice God's Rebuke from Lukey.
Sticks up to get that one. He hit him with the spear at the start. That was the engagement, and it was on cooldown. Ray Lisa just been sitting in the jungle. 100 CS he's sitting at.
On the hunt for radiant
Still only third on the net worth though. I mean, he's
not
moved
too
in the
far
jungle.
behind. Kunkka is just super farmed after that double kill mid.
Yeah.
You're gonna rotate Say back to the bottom lane, which is interesting because you got Lifestealer here, and Lifestealer is much stronger than the Juggernaut. Catapult. I mean, you could fort this and keep this catapult alive. I think it is very worth it, right? Or Creep can just tank this, I suppose.
I think they want to turn their eyes to mid lane and rotate up to the triangle. They've got good vision of the enemies at the moment. They see Witchstalker stacking the triangle. They probably assume that Ancients are being stacked up there as well against a Lifestealer. They're going to move through their own jungle, look for a kill onto the Storm Spear here. Ridley is sitting at very low HP, so he could just go down.
He might walk base. Nah, the greed, neph. It always punishes you. There it is.
Yep.
Nice pick off from Zabo. Witch Doctor definitely cancels that, right? No, he doesn't. Interesting. Okay, he comes back to the mid lane. Did he end up getting the bottom tower for that?
Dallas, he says. It's just a little bit better than last game. Took them a very long time to take any of the tier 1s, so they're not quite small from the start. DogChamp now up 2k net worth this game. Doing much better for themselves. Try to shove in the mid lane now.
Invisibility.
Here's making the way over here. Double damage rune, I believe, was scattered out there by Lukey, so...
They also have the armlet completed, and Storm should probably pick up this DD, right? Yeah. They're going to fight with this for sure. You got DD, you got a armlet on Creep's Lifestealer. You can just pressure this mid lane tower TP. You're not going to be able to scout it quite yet. It is going to be Sword. He does have that coil, drops it immediately, but... You got Yarn with the Blade Fury inside the arena. So much damage coming out. He able to steal the boat too, actually, but Yarn in a lot of trouble here. Protected by the Coco's Rum and the healing coming in from B9. Yarn, is he going to be able to survive this and jump in on the storm? He gets that Vortex. Juggernaut is dead. And now Creep on the side, able to take down the Warlock as well. So much damage. Unbelievable play there from the side of DogChamp. Honestly, Yarn, some big spells played out in that fight. Yeah, he was top damage.
Yeah, most damage when you steal Blade Fury on the Rubik. You just pump out tons of damage. You managed to connect the boat only with the Golem at the end there, but the Coco's Rum kept him alive when he was when they were spinning him down there. Just too powerful here on this Rubik. Yarn popping off every single game, it seems.
Yeah, that
Try to commit onto Salmo.
That was quite nice.
Stun comes out off on a Lukey.
Alright. Gonna get that silence as well. Who has an Orchid? It is the Kunkka. Okay, I actually saw an Orchid build recently on Kunkka, and I'm not actually... I think it can be sick in certain games. Right now, it's only really good against the Storm Spirit and the Lifestealer, though, so Lukey just obviously doesn't really care all that much.
But I think part of the reason why this Orchid came out is they're just trying to keep Ray Lisa in check, right? I mean, that's why they put the DK mid last time. That's why they picked up this line. They know that it's a threat. They know how good he is. Like, he set the record for Orchid a couple of weeks ago. I think they're trying to build around shutting down his game on his best hero. Because they hesitated this game in picking that up, right? Game number 1, they just insta-locked that one in. This time it took like all their base time and a good like 40 seconds of reserve time before locking it in.
Yeah,
even though they banned out both DK and the Lion.
Oh,
puck
Bottom
down on the
lane.
bottom lane
They
here
got
and
the
just blown
puck.
up.
What a sick jump.
But they could turn this. They've got Sabo here.
They're gonna
He
try.
tries to body block by a little bit of time. Oh!
All right,
That-
creep. Yeah, he's just out. He's like, all right, later, man. You died.
That was the worst thing he could have done. He knew the Nyx assassin was on top of him because he was getting body block. That's why he dropped the remnant there. But that just sets up a spike carapace.
Oh, the stolen X, the boat. He goes for the Omni Slash, but he has Blade Rain. He's gonna drop him on the ward. He's got to get the healing ward though. And do they have the damage from that? I think he dodged too many instances. Okay, Lukey's arena. I don't know. He just still managed to get him.
That's not right.
What's not right?
He activated Blade Fury again as he got blown up.
Blade Fury doesn't stop Maledict. It pierces BKB. That's why it's so good.
No, it doesn't. It persists through BKB, but the damage doesn't.
The damage pierces, the spell cast does not. So if you get maledicted and then BKB, you will still take the damage from maledict. But you can't cast it on magic immune targets. That's why I like it against the Juggernaut.
Huh.
Because you can't Blade Fury off maledict. You're still gonna take the damage.
Huh.
Yeah, it's quite nice. And that's a level 4 maledict too. So I mean, 12-second duration, 4 instances of that damage. They're gonna be able to find a kill there onto Yaren. Nice pick off.
Right, everything I know is a lie. I'll have to test this in a lobby after the game.
Yeah,
Not that I don't believe you, I just don't trust myself.
Fair enough, fair enough.
They go for the top tower here. Lukey, about to get committed on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They have the sentry. Ray Lisa just blows all of his mana though, so there is no chase. Lukey with the infest. Trying to find someone, like you said, but without the arena right now, it is a little bit difficult.
Now going for trying to finish up his blink dagger here. They need that to get on top of these heroes to the initiations. Right now it's a little bit difficult. Strobe Spirit having to initiate first.
Yeah,
Particularly just getting.
I'm with you on that one. That makes a lot of sense. Like you have I don't know. Like the Kunkka Orchid, it is really cool, but you don't have like really a form of initiation. Like it's not like it's not like Storm Spirit where he's able to just jump someone immediately and get the Orchid off, right? Like Kunkka does not have the ability to like get onto the back line or like kind of get like an Orchid into an immediate stun or something like that. So is struggling a little bit here with the itemization. I mean, he's super farmed though. #1 net worth on the Kunkka.
Finding tier 2 neutral. And the Dropo just dropped for the Juggernaut. Imagine they'll take that the puck of the Nyx assassin probably. He's holding him.
There's the spear. Arena ends up catching the Invis Nyx assassin, but Coil not able to come out as he just gets silenced up on the puck. Do manage to take down Lukey here, but Creep, he's rotating in. Just infesting Ray Lisa might be all that's needed, but they're a little bit afraid. They drop the sentry up on the high ground. Bloody Nine gonna go for that D ward. I mean, he'll sacrifice himself gladly for this. The Coconut not gonna bounce back.
And they're just forced to disengage. Juggernaut's happy about this one. He gets to go back to farming. Doesn't have this Battle Fury up yet. His farm has been slowed down a lot more than he otherwise like. He just left that Imp-Claw there. Certainly he goes to pick it up on his way back.
Yeah, they're giving it to the Kunkka.
Yep.
The thing is, right now in this game, like your Juggernaut is almost like what 2.5. He is 2.5 thousand net worth behind this Lifestealer, who does have an armlet, Sanj on the way to the Yasha. It's nearly completed. Level 13 to the level 11. Like Creep has just had such a better game. One thing to consider though, it is always a decent matchup for Juggernaut into the Lifestealer, right?
Yeah, he's able to stand his ground and fight. Feast just doesn't do that much to him. Blade Fury is amazing. You've got high base attack time. You've got low base attack time. That's the one you want, 1.4. You've got decent agility growth rate. And of course, the Omni Slash always blows up the Lifestealer. But you're great against the Kunkka. So if your Mars can soak up the majority of like the Omni Slash with the Bulwark, which a lot of time he's going to be able to, then you're in an all-right spot. Mars hasn't been having a great game either, though.
Sword? Yeah, he's out. Nice job TPing there. They were definitely looking for him, rotating to the bottom lane here on Lukey. Also, Ray Elisa was kind of itching to go for that ball lightning to the bottom lane.
Dire should look to their top
Nobody's slowing down creep here. I'm a little bit surprised. Top lane, they're trying to take out this tier 1 tower. Yaren is here.
He's got a
I
level
don't think
4
anyone
healing
else is
ward.
going to assist.
He actually
They hit
gets
him
the
with it,
stun.
but they don't know that he's there.
Dire's top tower.
All right, tier 1's gonna fall.
Dire's top tower is
Yarn's just hanging
Playing
out.
it cool.
Yeah, don't worry, guys.
I'm just another tree.
Luki sees sword. Oh, just outplayed. Creep's gonna finish up these creeps and walk back.
Yeah.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Mid lane, Bloody 9 does go down. On top of him with that Kunkka, Nick Assassin.
Middle tower
Nyx has a meteor hammer. This is like old school.
This is his first item. He had it in the last fight that we saw over here when Lamar speed him to the side of the arena, but he didn't get the chance to use it in the last team fight. I mean, there's your tower damage, right?
Yeah,
We
that's
talked about how they were lacking that a little bit.
I mean, we were saying that going into their last pick, and they went with Kunkka, and you're like, well, that doesn't solve the answer. So they pick it up on the Nyx Assassin instead. Luki walking right onto the high ground here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Think he
under
saw the Nyx momentarily. He did. Oh, spear off the mark. Zabo pretty lucky to see that happen, and Creep will not be able to close the gap. Y also has a Shadow Amulet there. Sword top lane is looking for Rayla Lisa, but he can't do that alone. He just does not have the damage. It's a level 18 Storm Spirit. He's got that Kaya Orchid completed, working towards that Bloodstone. He actually almost has it. He's only a couple hundred gold away.
Well, finishing that one up, then he'll probably start participating in these fights a little bit more. And bit relaxed with the participation until then. He might just go BKB instead. Yep. BKB instead of the Bloodstone.
I'll take that as tribute.
Kunkka. He's working on Assault Cross. That one is very important to be able to stand his ground against the Lifestealer. It'll assist Juggernaut quite a bit as well. Otherwise, he just gets run at and blown up. And
Mid
got
lane.
great run down here on the Lifestealer.
Again, they orchid up the Lifestealer, and it doesn't seem to really net them a lot. Rayla Lisa jumps in. He just pops the BKB, so a nice item pick for him. Grabs the Healing Ward as well, but you only get the Nyx for this, which feels pretty bad. Does at least find a regen, though, so.
Now over here. Looking for me.
Lifestealer's working on his Satanic. We I don't think we lost over yet. That one
Super good.
feels, yeah, that feels amazing on the Lifestealer.
That'll get
like,
rid of the silence.
Yeah, not only does it get rid of the silence, but that also gives you 80 damage on a strength hero.
Yarn
When you have a lot of attack speed like
trying
Lifestealer.
to find sword here. He's actually under Vendetta. A 3-man coil comes out, and the Omni immediately. Kunkka is just getting chunked here. Y, though, does drop the Golem silenced up on the Rubik. He can't steal a nice spell, but a lot of healing comes in. He's got to be able to get out the arena, giving them a lot of space. But on the backside, Rayla Lisa, the Soul Bird, pops the Warlock. Telekinesis holding this Juggernaut in place. Pulling forward, Spear in one. They grab him. Able to get that Healing Ward, kiting him around, but does finally go down. Creep just going to try and lay into them. The X comes out from Yaren, though.
Radiant's
Wait.
tower is
What? Who did he X?
Radiant's top tower has
I'm
fallen.
pretty sure he X'd the... Wait, did he X the Juggernaut?
No. I don't know what happened there.
I missed that one.
I don't know who he
I
X'd.
was, I was watching the Juggernaut very close to see if he get blown up by that last tick of the Maledict as he was back to the base, but he ended up surviving that one. A little bit too hyper-focused on that one. Nice team fight there by DogChamp. Right now, they can't really fight in the Lifesteal. It's only going to get worse if he finishes the Satanic. Well, suddenly Orchid on Kunkka is feeling kind of like a weak pickup.
Yeah, it's
You're
definitely
not that far into your assault either. You only have your Hyperstone completed.
It doesn't feel like it's had the impact at all. Spear does catch Puck, and this is going to set up a kill for Rayla Lisa. Well played by Luki. And Blink Yule's setup is very difficult for them to deal with. They have an 8,000 gold lead now. Neph, it's looking pretty good here for DogChamp. He forced the Blade Fury there. Yarn has the level 4 Impale. This is what we were saying, like stealing spells on Nyx Assassin, besides Spike Carapace, like all of them are good. Oh, telekinesis from downtown into the silence, the Orchid, Yarn. He has the spear to get that onto the Kunkka. They don't even have to use it. Oh my goodness, Arena catches
done
wide.
yet. They want this
He's gonna go
Warlock.
for the TP out. They get the Sentry. The damage is just there. A 4th kill there as Nyx Assassin trying to do his best to split push bottom and take this tower. He has Meteor Hammer, like maybe you go apply the damage, but they could punish it pretty easily.
Is no more.
Yarn, the Witch Doctor is curious, just sitting over here. I imagine they'll see that pretty quickly and send it back. Satanic being flown out to the Life Stealer here. Have the Medallion of Courage now on the Mars. Once you have Solar Crest complete, be that much easier for them to take high ground, just hit things with the Life Stealer. They're getting ready to close this game out here. Once you have Satanic, Aegis, Solar Crest, I think you just win. Ray Lisa popping off, as you used to seeing him do on this Storm Tier. Finds a solo pick off here on the Sabo.
Yep, and that's a Bloodstone at the exact same time, so he's ready to go. Having Bloodstone right before a Roche fight always feels really good. He does need some mana, though.
Stupendous.
Yaren's looking for sword. Telekinesis, he's not gonna be able to jaunt. Oh. Wait, what?
That's a question mark. He's got a Yules. He's got Waiting Rift. I think he'll probably be fine.
Guys,
But
tell
this
me,
is
how do I get out of this? I can't see the game right now. I'm DC'd, but please. Yeah.
I mean, he was connected for long enough to press his phase shift, right?
Yeah, he literally pressed
25
phase shift and
seconds
DC'd is what happened. Ray Lisa says, wait, it's time for DogChamp to discuss here. No, bathroom. Okay. I mean, you have this problem where Luki does have Spear of Mars, so if you go for a self Yules, you're just gonna get speared, right?
Yeah. This is
he's got
a
Blinken too. He's out. Yeah, he's out.
maybe Yaren's gonna chase him.
You're right. Yarn will chase him, but I mean, I think he just he's actually facing forward is the thing, so he's gonna have to like blink onto the enemy like high ground over here or something.
Mm-hmm. I think the play is to Yule's Yaren at the moment you come out of your phase shift because you've got invulnerability frame, and then blink out and hope that you don't get killed by Luki.
I mean, Luki's just gonna blink chase you, right? Yeah, I think if you wait to go for that Yules, I think Luki's gonna spear you. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We got all we can do is theory craft here, but again, the big objective is the fact that Creep is picking up this Roshan, grabbing that Aegis. This will give them the ability to go high ground, right? Like Aegis Lifestealer is so strong, especially with the Satanic. You just be able to purge that silence, go immediately into rage form, and you don't really have any way of killing him.
Yeah, the options are super limited. And Juggernaut, he just hasn't managed to find the farm this game. Looks like they're ready to go on the side of DogChamp.
They're gonna wait for
Wind and Rain?
Wind and Rain now.
All right.
The quest for ultimate glory.
Yeah, he just blinks back. Okay, able to make it out on sword.
Yeah, Luki blinks the wrong direction. Doesn't manage to find the kill. Hesitating here on Creep, which buys them enough time to potentially set something
Oh,
up
they're
here.
gonna
No.
Aegis the storm. Okay, this of course. Yeah.
Is mine.
Sometimes, like, yeah. Well, you forget the storm Aegis is as good as it is.
Yeah. I mean, Storm definitely one of the best Aegis carries in the game, but I think if you want to close at high ground here, you just drop it on the lifesteal and let him hit the towers while he's solar crested.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they really have kill threat on Lifestealer at all now with this Satanic pickup, and so giving it to Storm allows him to just zim right onto the back line and try and find heroes like the Warlock. Mid lane, they actually coil up the Mars, and there's just no follow-up. They don't see the rest of DogChamp. They don't know where they could be. The Arena just barely off the mark. Talentless once again comes out from Zabo. You miss every arena you don't throw, right, Neff? Bottom lane, they're looking for
It is
Jug.
a skill shot.
The zip. Oh, goodbye health bar. Juggernaut. He does have the vortex. Comes out. That's a regen rune, too. That's a nice find.
Pops that. It goes very nicely with his Aegis,
Oh,
so
what did I miss?
I'm pretty happy right now in Ray Lisa. They try to start shoving out lanes immediately here, but they just fort it.
Puddin' pop.
They fort Sword trying to nuke the wave here. Now they move up to the triangle, trying to chase some of these heroes. Nyx Assassin does manage to get away. Creep has to wait for the creep wave.
Zap.
So they buy themselves a little bit of time here, but they're not going to be able to buy themselves the full 3.5 minutes right now. They have this Aegis on the Storm Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower
Cloak
is
Fame's a great item. Top lane, Storm. He actually runs right into the Meteor Hammer. He just turns the BKB on. He'll be able to pick off Zabo there. The Soulburn ends up grabbing it.
bottom tower is no more.
16 charges of the Bloodstone now.
Yeah, it's just turning heroes into solid
Battery.
blood is always a really nice feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about. The Satanic into Rage. You can't kill the Lifestealer. He just walks away. It's like, yeah, nice try. Back to farming.
It feels so good on this hero. Like before you had to build a Manta or BKB, which felt awful on Lifestealer. Like this is so good.
Yeah, the Satanic change actually made Lifestealer a very good hero.
Yeah. It's like a Ked band found on the Storm Pit. I imagine they'll pass at the way of the Rubik. Extra cast range feels amazing. Actually holds on to it on the Storm Spirit for now. I guess it does give you a decent chunk of int.
It gives you a lot of int, and the extra cast range on Vortex is pretty sick, especially if you end up going for the Axe.
And it looks like they're ready to go for high ground now.
Oh, Silence comes out again. Creep pops a Satanic. Ray Lisa just going in and out. He wants to use this Aegis, right? He's got 2 minutes. There's the Infest. They jump right in. The Spear actually doesn't pin Kunkka down. He just gets the BKB off, but the Arena, the Ward, it's doing a lot of damage. Finally, they're able to cancel that with that Golem, but Ray Lisa still sitting pretty, still has that Aegis. No one dead quite yet, but Creep, full HP neph. You can't stop this, man. Ray Lisa's just going to heal up on the backside. In comes the boat, but immediately pops that Rage, and now telekinesis onto the Kunkka. You don't have these BKBs to protect you. They get the Spear actually onto the puck. Ray Lisa jumps in Vortex, holding them in place. There's no damage on the side of Wind and Rain.
Yeah, how do you tear through this 3.4k HP on this Lifestealer? You simply don't.
You simply don't. Lane of Barracks dead. Ray Lisa looking for him on the backside. Dust comes out. There's going to be that Bloodthorn and so much damage. Lukey, he's going to try and go for his Spear Play. No, forces the Blade Fury. They're just going to disengage. Do you look mid? I think you do, right? Like, what stops you?
Not much. I mean, you have buybacks available on 2 of these heroes, but BKB still on cooldown for another 15 seconds on the Kunkka.
They caught the Juggernaut. He's just immediately dead, and Nyx Assassin as well. You buy back the Warlock. The GG comes out. Yeah, there's no play to be made here on the side of Wind and Rain, and DogChamp take a very convincing game number 2.
I mean, you had decent solutions to the Storm Spirit. I feel like you did a great job of shutting down Ray Lisa, but this Juggernaut could not keep up with the Lifestealer and farm. His game just wasn't good enough for them to close this one out. I think a lot of this coming out of the draft being a little bit weaker than last time, and yeah, I like the reaction to Witch Doctor and switching the puck over in the offlane instead, but they struggled to make fast enough movements at the start. I think it cost them a little bit when they couldn't kill Lukey, missing that Dream Coil at the bottom lane with Sword, excuse me. Yeah, I'd say those are like some of the biggest errors with that.
Ray Lisa Storm, man. They know that if they can give Ray Lisa a decent game on the Storm Spirit, you know, he can definitely carry on this hero. And he wasn't the only one who had a great game, right? Like, you look at Creep in the safe lane, he had like 14 denies in the first like 6 or 7 waves or something. It was such a difficult game for this puck off lane. I just wasn't really sold on this last pick Kunkka for the mid lane. Like, it's not a good lane into the Storm Spirit. It doesn't really kill Storm Spirit or Lifestealer. Like, I don't know, man. It
was an okay lane. Like, you're going to survive against it. You're going to stop Storm Spirit from popping off. But as the game goes on, like, you're not going to find the kills on the Storm Spirit. And in the late game against the Lifestealer, it just falls off super hard. Again, he did win his mid lane. He had like 5.5k net worth. The Storm's 4.8 at 10 minutes in. But just that wasn't enough if Juggernaut was like 1,200 net worth behind the Lifestealer at the exact same time.
Yeah.
You need more.
You're right, man. You're right. But that's it. We tie up the series here 1-1. DogChamp versus Wind and Rain. And honestly, super excited for game 3. I don't think many of people expected a 3-game series here, but we get it. And we're lucky. And we'll see what they can do. Wind and Rain obviously really need this win. DogChamp want to take this to try and push themselves into the first place here in lower division. So big game for both teams. We'll be back after just a short break, everyone, for game 3 here in the NA DPC.